Hello, everybody. I'm live. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm in a good mood today. Some supplies came in, and the other two books I was waiting for. So, as some of you can see, that I got some supplies. So I'm just waiting for people to come. So I got my 3 Copic refills. The light Rouge, which is like a reddish orange color. I got that in. I got the Copic refill for blush, which I need that when we're working on skin tones. Baked clay for woods and things like that, because it's one of my favorite colors, and I didn't have those in refills, so I got those as part of the refills. And then, as you will see, I got lots of Pablos, because some of my Pablos, I use my Pablos quite a lot, and some of the pencils are like, well, they're tiny. So hi, Leia and Mia. So I got my 3 Copic refills that came from Dick Blick. Some new Pablo colored pencils, because I was running low on these colors, so I always buy, when I go and buy them via the Dick Blick website, I always buy more than one backup pencil. I buy like 2 of each color that I think I'm going to need, so it becomes important to buy them as you need them. Today we're going to color from something else today, so we might use the Copics, we might not use them, depends on how far we get. Then we do something called, and then I got bought from Amazon. These were the 2 that didn't come in yesterday. This is Jade Summer's Art Nouveau. I bought this for $4.99. It was relatively cheap. So, like, here's some of the stuff that's in it, so you guys can see what's in it. Very much in the Alfonso Mucho style. Look at that one. You could color that one for Halloween. And as you know what Jade Summer is, I plan on filming more today if I get a chance. So probably after lunch I'll do what I need to do. So I like this style of art. So this is what we got with the Jade Summer. Now I got this book because I had seen, what's her name? Jade Summer's nice, but sometimes the books could be a little. And then some of you may have seen this book. Now, this book I got because I saw V, Coloring with V, bought this book, and she colored a page out of this, and it came out really beautiful on Instagram. So it's a funny book because it's like, you know, it looks like this when you get it, right? But really, you're supposed to put it like horizontally like this. And V colored a beautiful picture in this book. She colored some beautiful stuff in this book. So she made this book really pretty. There was a picture in here that she colored that came out just stunning. And that's the reason why I bought it, because Coloring with V, really enjoyed this book. So I looked at what she did with hers, and I fell in love with what she did with. So Coloring with V enabled this book. Yes, V, you enabled this book. Well, I just really like the whimsical nature of this book. So, thought you guys would like to see something a little bit different than the norm. So that's what we got as far as new stuff. So this book is huge in its own right. Yeah, so I got some new stuff. Now we're coloring in Katerina Bobarykina Ethno Spirit. Now you buy this. I bought this directly from the illustrator. So this is like going to be the second picture that we do in this book, because I love this paper. But if I do markers, I have to always put a blotter page down. So we're not going to exclusively use markers in this book. We're going to use actually, yeah, it's a huge book, but it's lovely in everything it does. So for me, I'm doing my skin tone first. Or my pencils first. Where are my pencils? Okay, like Pablo's, Christmas. So, do we want to do this in markers or do we want to do this in pencils, ladies and gentlemen? Pencils or markers, guys? Or do we do this in a mixture of both? I think we should do this in a mixture of both. So we will do this in a mixture. Oh, someone thinks both. Happy Saturday. Hello, everybody. So this is the first color. This is eggshell, and this is a Prismacolor. I think we'll put down the skin tone first, and then we'll do some of it in markers. The hair will be markers and pencils. So just lightly put in. This is eggshell. Do not ask me how you do dark skin with pencil because I do not do that. This color is called eggshell. So I already know that she's going to be a brunette. But we're going to mix it up a little bit today. And then Apricot pink, Nectar, light peach. Then I need a color for my Pablos. Oh, it's always when you want everything to cooperate that it don't cooperate. I've learned that the hard way. And apricot. So. Then I'm going to also need a brown. You understand why I'm going to need a brown? And I chose mahogany. So sorry guys, I'm just laying out what colors I need first. So here's the mahogany. Just going to create some shadow in certain areas with the brown. I'm trying something new. Someone told me what I should do is with the brown put shadows, a little bit of shadow. Where I think the shadow should go. Okay. Now we put in a little bit of pink. This is Deco Pink. That's good that you got it on a bigger screen. It's always hard sometimes when you're trying to get something to work. Oh no, no. See, I'm not on TV. What I'm coloring is on TV. That's the difference. So this is Deco Pink. I know I said we were gonna do the Halloween one, but I saw this picture and I'm like, oh, this spoke to me. I must do this one. I don't think I've seen many people with this book actually. I think who has it? Elena has it. I think there are a few people who have it, but I don't really see people do too many color and chats with it. And I know I think who else did it? Olga has it because that was the channel that I first saw this book on. That was the channel that I first saw the flip on. So then we do. This is called Apricot. This is a really pretty color. I like this color. And you see the color is starting to build up, which is what you want it to do. I like when the color builds up because then you don't have to do this. And the trick with me and skin tone is the lighter it is, the more layers I can put on it. But I don't want to put so many layers on that it ruins the. Oh, that sounds very good, Michelle. I mean, Kim. That sounds really yummy. I like food. I am a big foodie person. Then Nectar. No, this is peach. No, this was not the color I wanted. This is not a skin tone unless I'm going darker. This is the problem when you have so many colors. When you have too many colors, then you can't find them. And right now I'm trying to look for and I can't find it because I can't complete it until I find that, or I have to go over it with pencil. Then you know you're getting them fresh. Kim. Sorry guys, I keep getting this weird message from my computer. Every once in a while it goes, my connection is unstable. I don't like when I get that a message. And today I actually had to do a software update on my computer. So for like about a good hour or so, I couldn't get on my computer because I was doing software updates. Like you're supposed to do them because they have security patches. Ooh, that sounds really good. Ooh. Are they tasty? I do enjoy good pepper. Oh, look! Oh, look, ladies and gentlemen, a new granite rose pencil. Remember how tiny the other one was? Me and Cheese do not get along very well. Unfortunately, the baby pencil made its way to the pencil graveyard. The baby pencil was too tiny to survive, Miss Kim. Those who know me know that I let my pencils go really, really short. We do not need a pencil week. Miss Sammy calls me a pencil criminal. That's okay, because I still love Miss Sammy anyway. Because I like blunt tips, so she likes sharp tips. So. And now the final pencil for the skin. Light peach. Because if you see little things here and I don't color them in, I might be using gel pen later on. I guess so. Everybody likes doing something different. I would like to see more people color in this book, but I guess I have to push this book a little bit. And I know this book was very expensive, by the way, guys. I'm not going to lie, it was expensive because of the shipping. I paid about, I think, $34 for it with the shipping. I would have paid like $40 had I bought it through Etsy. So sometimes if you buy things through the illustrators, they're much cheaper. I do okay with skin tone. I'd like to know how to do the things, the little blushes, the little things that other people do. No, I still haven't learned how to do the little cheek blushes, the different tones like that, but everybody does something different. Here's the thing about shipping. You getting a good quality book. I think a lot of us, and I'm not going to say this is a bad thing, but I think a lot of people have been spoiled by Amazon if you order $25 worth of stuff. You get free shipping. And I think a lot of times, a lot of people aren't used to paying shipping costs. I think free shipping by Amazon ruined it. The first time I bought a book that I had to actually pay shipping for, which wasn't via Amazon, I was like, huh. Well, here's the thing. They offer free shipping if you order more than $25 worth of stuff. Not on everything, but a lot of stuff. Well, here's the thing with Amazon. I like that if you order $25 worth of stuff, you get free shipping. But then what hurts you is when you go to places like Etsy and other stores, and then you have to pay shipping. It's like it's different for some people because some people are on fixed incomes, and so you can't judge what your budget is on everybody else's. Welcome back, Michelle. And the book that I haven't colored a lot of pictures in, but it's one of my favorite books to work in. I almost was thinking about working in Serene today, guys. But the thing is, I'm afraid to work with markers in that book, even though I think the paper could handle markers. See, on screen it's coming lighter. And then let me get a white pencil. This is a white pencil. Mm-hmm. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to the Copics. Yay! You'll understand what I'm doing. Cashmere. I don't have my Copic chart out, so. Sorry, guys. I gotta see how the combo is gonna work. So I just want to see how this combo is gonna work in the. I just want to see how the combo works. No, that doesn't work. It's too light of a brown. Here's the big flame. Yeah, that works better. It's just it's a shame that I have to say this, but be careful who you trust, because there's a lot of I don't want to say shady people, but there are a lot of people out there in the community, and I'm not saying all of them, but there are people out there in the community that take advantage of other people. So you just have to be careful. And I'm not going to name names because I don't do that on this channel, but be careful about who you trust. Y32. This is called chamois. You know what? There's always going to be people like that out there, Robin. Here's what I do. I try to focus on the positive and not dwell on things that are negative because that only brings the community down. It doesn't lift the community up. It brings it down, in my opinion. Then lighten in yellow. Exactly. Do things that make you happy. No two people are going to color an image the exact same way. Sometimes people will follow along with the tutorial, but I really don't do tutorials because I'm not that good at them. So this combo is chamois, cadmium, and then baked clay, which is the final color. See, and the paper's starting to buckle. I haven't even put that much alcohol on it. And I do a lot of flip through, so true, Kim. You can't worry about other people's opinions of you. I also had a situation happen with one of my thick blick markers. The chisel tip got I don't know what happened, but the chisel tip just got ruined. So I had to replace it with another nib. So I replaced it with a Copic brush tip nib. Yeah, because I bought spare Copic brush tips. So now one of my blicks has a brush tip where the chisel used to be. So when that dries, it's going to create a different color than normal. And I like this hair color. So remember, it's chamois, lightening, and baked clay. I think one of the things here that we understand is that we don't be negative here. We try to be positive and uplifting, not negative. That doesn't do anything for anybody. I do on occasion, but I must say to you right now, I'm not a fan of the Artis products because every time I use them, they're leaving a yellow residue, especially the markers. Not the water brush pens, but the other stuff that I use. They leave yellow residue, the Everblend markers. I'm not happy with the Everblend markers at all. And I didn't realize that at the time when I did my review of them, that they were going to leave that residue. So it wasn't. Shorter Arts does that too with their markers. Oh no, that's terrible when your stomach does not feel good. So then this is Y15. Yep. And it's horrible on the Jade Summer books. I'll show you something. Okay. Chibi Girls Horror. I'm going to show you a picture I did with the Artisa Everblends. Here, I did this with Artisa Everblends, and I'm going to show you the residue it left. See, I did this with some of the markers with Artisa Everblends. Now, look at the page beneath. Now I put a blotter page, but look at the residue that it leaves, the Artisa Everblends leave. That is a terrible thing. It does it on the Jade Summer. It doesn't do it so much on the Jennifer Stay paper, but it does it on the Jade Summer. Just keep that in mind. I don't know how that's going to go on that paper. I wouldn't use them in books. No, they're like the double tip marker. Like, they're not brush tips. Although I heard the new ones are more brush tip than the other ones. Yeah, I used the blotter page and it still went through like that. Miss Robin, that's the residue. That's left over after it dried. I know John also had the same problem with the Artisa Everblends. No, the brush pens are not the same, but only the markers do that as far as I know so far. The brush pens don't leave the same residue, just the markers. I wouldn't recommend them buying them because I think they're overpriced, personally, and they leave residue. That nasty yellow residue, so. I like the brush pens. I use them a lot in projects, but some of them are starting to dry out. So I'm a little sad, but I'm not sad because I know that all things must be used. I like the brush pens. I might be using them in the Jane F. Hawkins book soon. I mean to do a picture of that somewhere down the line. I just don't know if my camera can fit it because the book is so huge, or if I'm going to have to do a color and chat with that book because the camera is so huge that I might not be able to fit it for the live on this table for the lives. So I might do that as a color and chat one day. See, but this doesn't leave residue. Copics don't leave residue. They're really nice. Copics dry really fast too. So. And I'm going to make her earrings yellow. I just think there's something nice about yellow. Chamois. Oh no, that's cashmere. Why did I say chamois? This cashmere is a really nice light yellow. It's a good base color. Who else uses this color? I saw someone use this color to do like a forest or something to make light wood. And I like Copics because you can blend with them differently than you can blend with other markers. I'm going to use them on solo pages, Robin. Those mean the pages that the PDF books that I color out of. Probably. And the Jennifer Stay books, because they don't seem to have the same bleed through effect in the Jennifer Stay books, but I think that has something to do with the paper. Like I noticed that some paper with the Everblends works really very well, like the Jennifer Stay books. The paper works really well in that. And they say with Everblend you can blend them, but I haven't been able to do it. So, but then again, you know, some people are so much better. But to me, I would rather stick with my Copics over my Everblends. Oh. I choose mixed media paper because sometimes it depends on what book I'm getting and what I want with Jennifer. When I first started getting Jennifer's books, I got them in mixed media, and then because I wasn't working a lot with Marcus when I first got her books, but then I started working with Marcus more. So if I buy another Jennifer Stay book, Robin, it will probably be in marker paper because I just love her paper for it. But I think only one of the books was done in marker paper, but the rest were done in mixed media paper because at the time I was using pencils as well. So well, some people ask me, what do I like better, the brush tip or the chisel and nib? I'll tell you honest to God, I like both very much. Did they give you any pills for it? Or anything to help with the pain, Michelle? I also find that sometimes my aunt likes a nice what is it called? A nice peppermint tea. She says it helps her with the symptoms. Or chamomile tea will help you put some nice. My friend likes that stuff. There's certain things that you can put in your tea to help you. Mm. Make sure it's not the other thing too, Michelle. That you might not be you. That you might it might be that a lady friend visiting for the month. I hate when my lady friend comes. It might not be your IBS. It might be the lady friend come for a month. And when this is dry, you could put pencil in if you choose to do it. I know. When we get to a certain age, we'll get rid of her. That's what I was told by the doctors. Once you reach a certain age, you get rid of that friend that comes to visit once a month. I look forward to that day when that happens. Oh, Robin. You guys are lucky that you don't have the friend come and visit you. I don't like it at all, but that's a personal thing. We're not going to talk about that. Let's not talk about that because when she comes, I'm in tremendous pain. Sometimes you cannot ignore nature, Michelle. I don't like taking medicine to get rid of the side effects because sometimes the side effects are worse than the actual pain. So what we do? Cadmium yellow. What do you mean it's Anna out of Frozen? And I know what you mean. Let it go, let it go. God, I heard that song forever and I got so sick of hearing that song. You know, sometimes they play a song so much and you're like, stop that song already. First you love the song and then you're like, okay, enough. This song is getting on my nerves. You know, I loved Let It Go at first and then I started it became annoying. Now we do big clay. Hi, Nika. I find that with my Copics, I layer them the most easily. The most I've ever been able to do with Copics is 4 layers. Thank you, Alicia. See, the skin was done with pencil, but the hair's being done with Copic marker. This month I want to work in books that I haven't worked in, you know. I'm trying to work in books more often. This month is just like a free month for me. Next month we're doing Hannah November, which will basically be Hannah Lynn, Hannah Calls On. Thank you. This is from. Oh, no. The joke. Someone was like, Johanna. Passford. I was like, so someone thought that was funny. I had to laugh. This is from Ethno Spirit by Katerina Bobarykina. I put in this the description. You can buy this book from Etsy. but it's actually cheaper if you buy it from the illustrator herself. Lovely woman. Very nice illustrator. And I got a better price actually when I emailed the illustrator for this book because it's a Russian artist. She's within the same, you could call it the same family. But this came spiral bound. It was really nice how she packaged it. But hold on. This is the book that we're coloring out of. Ethno Spirit by Katerina Bobarykina. Sorry if I butcher the name, but that's the... If May was here, she would be doing the links. But you can buy it on Etsy. It's a lot more expensive. It's like $6 less if you buy it through the illustrator than if you buy it through Etsy. 70 East Books and Coolcraft sell it. So lovely. I think I'm going to have to do the refill, and I don't have the thing with me. I don't have my little clip. Hold on, guys. Grace gets her baked clay refill. I would never tell you guys to do this because I can't find my refill for this. I can't find my marker thing that takes it out. So. And refill it. Can do it the drip way, but I'm not a good dripper. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robin, for the link. That's where you guys, Robin just put the link up for the book. So if you're wondering. And I'm shaking up the Copic refill that I just put in the refill. So you do have to refill the Copics, but I'm going to tell you the refills. These are worth about, they cost about, when you get Copics, one of the things you want to do is buy refills if you like them. Now, I would recommend that, guys, if you buy Copic markers, buy refills because you're going to run out of the ink really fast. Because every color that I have, I don't have all the colors yet in refills, but they hand make the refills. They are absolutely 100% worth the price. See, as soon as I refilled it, the color came back. We've got this to do, and then we'll figure out what we're doing with the thing. But what I definitely want to do is do glitter pens with these things in here. What I want to do is some glitter with that, but so I'll leave that for last. Exactly. So let's put this way. Every time you buy Copic, it's $5. So buying the refill actually saves you about $50 if you were to buy that Copic marker 10 times. Plus, if you're me, you buy, and sometimes the nibs wear out, so you will have to buy replacement nibs, but you still can buy the replacement nibs off sites like Dick Blick, Amazon. Although I will tell you right now, when buying art supplies, Dick Blick is actually cheaper than Amazon for buying Copic refills and Copics themselves. So it's just for me, price wise, I find that Copics are a very economical marker. Yeah, they're expensive when you first start getting them, but they actually start to be more budget friendly than other markers. Robin, thank you for posting the link to this book if people want it. In your cart for 30, so you can get free. Yeah, $55 in your cart to get shipping. Robin, I do that too. So I love free shipping. Plus, usually they say it takes me a week to get things. So I'll tell you really honest to God, it took me only 3 days this time to get my supplies from when I ordered the refills and the pencils. You get all her hair? So the colors for the hair were some cashmere, cadmium yellow, and baked clay. That was our colors for the thing that she did there. Now I'm going to put this back in to where it belongs. I'm looking for orange, guys, so don't. I'm looking for the right colors for the outfit. I may have to go pencil with the outfit. I definitely have colors that match that. Nice. Sometimes I like to put stuff away while I'm streaming because then it's less work when I have to put everything back. No, I like the colors. So. You sometimes know what colors you want something to be. Now this is orange from the Pablos. Please don't mind if I. See, I always have a wipe on me because I always need to wipe off after I do marker work. Sometimes if you ever do changing of ink, sometimes the ink is all over your hands. The marker goes all over your hands, especially if I'm doing red. For whatever reason, red ink does not work out very well. These are important things to have when you color. Wipes are your friend if you're a colorist. I learned this the hard way. I learned this the easy. Actually, I learned this from watching a few other people. That you should always have a wipe on hand. So. And my swordfish sharpener happens to be downstairs, so. Yes, I did. I swatched over to my Pablos. What is my favorite color? Miss Kim? Let's see if you know my favorite color. No, it's not my favorite color. No, it's not blue. So you eliminated. No, it's not green. I like them both. But I would say right now I like the Pablos a lot more. Really? Pink, purple, red and pink. My favorite color is red. None of you got that correct. Hi, Joyce. Vaughn. Nice to see you here. I'm surprised none of you got that. Surprised none of you got that. Yes, we are coloring from Ethno Spirit by Katerina Bobarykina. She's a Russian illustrator. Where did I just my case for the clothes? On top of the comic book box. Funny. Beautiful box. Really, that's interesting, Robin. So, I brought out a Pablo color. This is called Vernise Green. It is called Vernise Green. It's a Pablo. And this is dark cadmium yellow. Some people are just, some people gravitate towards one color more so than the other. How are we guys looking on time right now? Well, some people do what's called un there's a thing called complementary colors, and then there's a thing that is opposite colors. Some people do what's called an opposite color scheme, and some people do complementary color schemes. Even when I try not to color, I try to go, oh, what's going to look good with this color? What's not going to look good with that color, Sometimes people do odd combinations with their colors too. Hi, Alex. Oh no, I hate when it buffers. Try clicking on your settings, Joyce. You have a little bottom thing that's try resetting your thing to a higher resolution, or refresh your page, because sometimes it could just be a refreshment issue. Okay, we look good to be on time. That's good, because I don't want to. I know Andrea Figueroa is coming on at 4, so I don't want to crowd up her space. I'm going to make this green. Oh, that's lovely, Kim, that you get to spend time with your granddaughter. Family is important. Spending time with family is important. What's your granddaughter's name? I always like to ask people what's her name, Kim? Oh, that's a pretty name, Lily. Where did I miss her hair? I don't think I missed any part of her hair. No, I think that's the back that you're talking about. No, I didn't miss anything. I really like this picture a lot more than sometimes you see a picture and it just like is like, do me today, follow me today. At some point today, I'm going to have to film some flip throughs. Before they were doing massive, massive construction out the side of my house. It's like drill, 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 like that sound. Okay, what just fell? What just fell? Something just fell, and I'm not sure what just fell. That's always when something falls. It's probably my markers. I did see the only thing that I have to catch up on is Legacies right now. So I have to watch the first episode of the season. Hello to your mom, Michelle. Okay, we'll water that. Don't put it at yellow. Bye, Kim. Have fun with the granddaughter. So we can go about another 40 minutes, guys. I think we're going to go 2 hours today, so like we did yesterday. Thinking maybe yellow, orange, yellow, the other coat. I'm thinking yellow for the coat. No, because it'll be too clashy. And then I still have to do this other stuff here, so. Thinking the coat will be yellow because this will be orange. I'm just making this. I'm trying to match the colors as close as I can with the outfit so it's all complementary. Because when the colors are complementary, it looks nice, you know? Doesn't mean everything has to be complementary. You can still get nice pictures, but it just makes everything. Bye, Robin. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for coming. Oh, I thought you were leaving. Oh, I'm sorry. Go get your food. It's okay. I'm sorry, Robin. Robin is our links master. She's the one who puts up all those links for us, guys. I'm gonna do I'm going to do the outer part in marker probably. Bye, Layla. But I also tell people that if you use markers on your paper, it will buckle, but that's to be expected when you buckle things. Paper. So. Copics again. Now we're switching back to Copics. Golden yellow. Oh, golden yellow. Should it be golden yellow? This is golden yellow. Lightning yellow. You see, I've put a blotter page down too, so it wasn't like I didn't put a blotter page down for this. That would be a good idea, Michelle. Or well, you could get one of those carts like Sammy has. Well, Christmas will be here soon enough. That was funny, right? That I would bring up cards. I forget who had one that really did a nice job with it. Hazelnut, crimson, and malachite. Really, coloring is so much fun. And then you get into other things too, you know, pencils are like a gateway. But I have to say that I really love Copics, and you know, I would have never bought them had it not been for that one sketch box that had 3 of them, and then I got hooked on them. The moment I tried them, I knew that I loved them. And I had bought a skin tone set and a basic color set too after that because I wanted to really try them and learn them. Sometimes all it takes is just one little introduction. Malachite, which is a nice green. I have the other blends. I was talking about them earlier, Nika, before you got here. That I do not like them very much. Because they leave a very nasty. If you go back and watch the playback, I talk about the art other blends and why I don't like them. I think they're very expensive for the price that they are. Number two, you can't get them refilled. Number three, they leave a nasty residue even after you take. Even if you put a blotter page down, they leave a nasty yellow residue on the page afterwards. So I don't particularly. I think they're good markers. I just think they don't like every paper. Nika, I showed earlier in the video. Let me show Nika this picture. I want to show you what happens when you see this was done. Some of this I did with Artisa Everblends, but I want to show you. I had put a blotter page down, and after I took the blotter page off, this is what they left. That they left the blotter page like this. So you can't remove the blotter page because they'll leave a yellow residue. But they don't seem to leave as bad a residue on the Jennifer Stay paper. So I don't know why they do that. Just a warning when you use them. So they are not my. I just want people to be aware that when you do that, just be aware of that so you guys get a heads up. But I'm going to use that for like PDFs that I print out instead of Everblends because then, you know, I don't have to worry about the back being damaged. I don't know if we're gonna do a background or not, but I'm thinking maybe we'll do a background today. If not, I'll probably do the background off camera. That is a nice book. It's a really nice book. I just have to figure out how to cut. Sometimes it takes me an idea. Sometimes I just know when I look at a picture. And some other times I look at a picture for a while and I go, what am I going to do with you? You know, sometimes you look at a picture like forever and you're like, what am I going to do? Or you start a picture and then get stuck at a picture. So for me, it's like, I think because I have so many pictures, I don't think so many books, it gets hard for me to finish a book. So sometimes I try and pick from books that I don't do very often. Although some of you have been noticing that I've been coloring a lot out of the Wicked, Deborah Mueller's Halloween book lately. That book has some really awesome Halloween stuff in that. You know, you guys can color a lot of things in there. There's a few. If you look on Amazon, you can look. Depends on what you like to color, though. You know, because there's so many different things out there now. You get. I know Creative Haven has a bunch of stuff. Well, look on the Creative Haven and see if there's stuff that you like to color there. Then this Nathaniel Wake does some books for guys. Okay. Should I do a background? Or do we think she's just. I just utterly love this picture. When you have brush tips, you control the flow better. And I think it's important to know that you can use pencils and markers together, like we did here with this picture. And that every picture has to be done strictly in one medium or one brand. I could do that, but sometimes I like using all my supplies, or try to use as many of my supplies as I can. What glue do I have a refill? I think I'll pale porcelain blue. It's a nice color. So then we'll do the other side too. I want to do this other side too. This is Hazelnut E23. I need to start making a list of colors that I use in my pictures. So. That's okay. We can always cover that up when I get to that picture. I also have the refill out. I took the refill out for the porcelain blue because I always like to make sure that if I work on something, I have it ready. Especially if I'm going to color a background. Yeah, we have blue. I'm thinking it does need a background though because it just is so pretty without it. But still, we're not even close to being finished. So, because we still have all the little red flowers to do. This is malachite. I like it because it's not too dark of a green, but it's not too, it's like a really good green. As I do this, I really like the colors. It's really popping. Hello, my boyfriend. So sometimes I concentrate on what I'm doing because the leaves here. Okay, so then, to do a background or not? Can we do a background? I think we're going to go over the 2 hour mark. That's okay. This is B000 porcelain blue. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, I like this. I got this color actually by mistake. I didn't mean to get it. I wanted to get a darker blue, and I ended up, I guess, pressing the wrong thing. Sometimes with light colors, you have to go over them twice if they're really light. But luckily for us, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. And I do expect this paper to buckle. Because remember, we're putting alcohol. These are alcohol markers. So keep that in mind. So who likes the background? I think this is the refill that I'm getting ready to done. The tip is drying out a little bit. I do too. So the tip is drying. Sometimes your tips will dry as you're doing this, so try not to let my Copic tip dry too much. I already made her lips pink. Don't you see that? The lips are pink. Like pink. Or you didn't see that. Or you missed that in the beginning. The lips are very light colored. If you look closely, you can see that her lips are pink. See, her lips are pink. You just don't see it. We're using natural sun today. Rachel, her lips are pink, so you can't really, maybe because it's deco pink, you can't really see that her lips have already been colored in. See, her lips are pink. So guys, if you have liked this video, please give this live stream a thumbs up. It really helps us in the I really enjoyed this book. A lot of people were like saying that I was kind of a little insane to get it because it was so much money. But I'm like, you know, I look at the books kind of like, I'm just refilling it. So sometimes you'll see that happen with Copic. Sometimes the refill. Shake it up. There's always books for something for everybody. I mean, if you like mandalas, there's mandalas. If you like cars, there's car coloring books. Yes, there are actually books about. There is a car coloring book. There is books based on your favorite books, like The Witcher, Game of Thrones. Outlander has one. You know, when this dries, it looks completely different. Well, it's called Pale Porcelain Blue. It really does. So So, guys, we have finished the picture. I think we have finished the picture. I just want to make sure I didn't leave any section uncovered. So, this is Pale Porcelain Blue was the color that we used. Baked clay, pablos, prismas, polychromos, and Copic markers all together, guys. So this is the picture that we have worked on, guys. So I thought it would be more that I didn't expect it to be almost 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is one of my favorite pictures that I've ever done on camera. I love it. Well, I would say the picture. This is the second picture I think I love. I think I like the mermaid picture that we did in Girls with Music on Friday. So thank you guys for coming to the stream. I really, really enjoy this. So thank you guys so much for coming. And the next week we'll see what we're going to work on. I don't know yet what we're working on next week. I have to pick a picture. So the lips were already done. They're done pink. So, also Andrea Figueroa right now is doing a stream too. So Michelle and Andrea, and I'm not sure if Kate used to go on, but then her schedule changed, so I'm not sure who's doing what anymore. So everybody have a great weekend, and I hope to see you guys here next week. Bye, everybody.